Welcome back to Helmets Off. Scott Mitchell here with Gail Miller, who does go to all of the Utah Jazz basketball games, and she gives Coach Quinn Snyder a little pep talk after every game, which is wonderful. Okay, so now it's time for the Gauntlet of Truth. Just a little disclaimer. These questions will not incriminate you.
Okay, good.
Okay, and it's not going to impact relationships. So you won't. Someone's
Well, ours or theirs.
Well, yeah, I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know about how you feel about me, but
Okay.
you won't be sleeping. One of us won't be sleeping on the couch. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
So if you could go back in time to any era of time, what era of time would it be, and why would you want to go there?
Well, I don't know a whole lot about history, but the time that I would like to go back to is the 50s.
Really?
Because the 50s were a simple time. This one you had Father Knows Best, Leave It to Beaver, you know, all the fun shows on TV that weren't affecting society yet, except for the good. And it was a carefree time when you could go out and play till dark and come home. Your parents didn't worry about where you were. All your neighbors were in the same boat you were in. It was just a great time. And then as TV got more and more entrenched in our lives, things changed, and it affected the society in a way that, you know, you saw more anger, you saw more crime, and it permeated society. I think that's where we lost the good times.
If we go back to the 50s and we watch Utah Jazz basketball, there will be no crime. We've figured out all of the problems of our society.
Probably wouldn't be any jazz basketball either.
Is there anyone you'd like to meet from that era?
From the 50s?
Yeah.
Probably Loretta Young.
Really? Awesome. All right. In your life, what's your biggest regret?
I think my biggest regret was not having gone to college.
Really?
Yeah. I think I missed out there. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know how important it would be to me. I think I've compensated for it, but I always feel like there's kind of a hole there where college should have been.
Do you, what would you have liked to have studied?
I probably would have been a teacher.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of teacher? Like elementary, high school? Elementary?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I like teaching. I have a logical mind, and I like to be able to help people understand things.
Yeah, I'm a college dropout too,
Oh, are
and
you?
I keep trying to go back to school. So, who knows? Maybe we could work on a program.
I'm a bit older than you. I don't think I'll get there.
You never say never. In your life, you've lived this life, and what's the one takeaway? What's the one thing, if you could share with people, if you could say to people that means the most to you, what would that be?
I think it would be to use your resources to bless the lives of others. Because if you've been given enough that you can make a difference in someone else's life, it won't change yours, but it will sure help them.
Have you found some joy in that? Have you found some satisfaction from that?
A great deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making a difference is good. Having an impact for good is something very special.
I had the opportunity. I worked with Roger Staubach, who is a Hall of Fame quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, Heisman Trophy winner, Super Bowl champion, and he owned a company, and he had about 1,500 employees. But if you kind of factor out how many people's lives, and it just hit me the influence that he had, and I asked him the same question. I said, does that mean something to you that you have this impact on so many people's lives? And he says, I'm acutely aware of it every day. Every decision I make in my business, everything I do thinking of how I can help and how I can impact these people's lives.
That's
and it was really touching to me. I really appreciate that.
Well, when you multiply that, we have 11,000 employees.
Yeah.
So I feel the same way, and everything we did together while Larry was here, we were acutely aware, and I am now, except that I don't make all the decisions. I own the company, but I have people that run it. So it's a big part of who we are and what we are.
Yeah, and you guys have been wonderful about it. It's just your legacy is wonderful.
Thank you.
So besides your spouse, besides your children, your parents, who has had the greatest influence on you in your life, and why?
Well, I think my faith has.
Oh,
It's
I like that.
my faith is my rock, the thing that determines why I do things, what I do, how I do it. And so I don't think it, unless you say Jesus Christ, but it's the teachings that
Yeah.
I had.
Yeah, oh, that's an awesome, no one has said that.
Really?
Yes. So you've actually, instead of stumping me on questions and giving you a question you can't answer, you've actually answered. I love that answer, by the way.
Thank you.
I do. It's wonderful. Well, guess what? You have passed the gauntlet of truth, and you know what? I've never given 100% ever. Okay, so but I love your answer. Your last one especially. Gail Miller, 100% on
thank
the
you.
gauntlet of truth. Yes, A+, awesome. All right, there you have it, folks. Helmets Off is now off. You can text helmets to 65537. In that corner, go to all those social sites and like us, and of course, get on your smartphone because you're smart, and download Helmets Off, and we'll catch you soon.